working? Did it actually, legitimately, honestly start working? Finally? After all that? After, I don't even know how long? Ah. This one backwards. Hello, nobody important. How are you? Is that right? Yes. Sorry, the setup still needs to get improved a little bit, but hello. Now you guys get to hear me. Oh, right. All right, let me switch this. Yeah, so it was really dumb because I just restarted the computer and it was fine. So I don't know what the deal is, but... Yeah, sorry, it's not the tidiest or nicest setup, unfortunately, but hopefully it will get the job done. I even have this, like, wireless headset mic now, or, like, headset, like, headphones and mic and stuff, but like I don't know where the wireless adapter is because my apartment is a mess. So everything is a mess. But hi, Mosaic Tile. Yes, this is what we're doing. We are going to totally be playing some DDR. So I'm going to grab some water. Let's hope. Yeah, I know. It should have occurred to me sooner to do that, but it didn't because I'm silly. Hi, Katie Cat. So. Cross your fingers that my webcam, my brand new one, didn't break. Because of... this is all weird. I had a series of mishaps. It's not my favorite thing that's ever happened. I can actually see chat though. I can actually see chat! Thanks to this new thing. This is very exciting. I don't know how it's going to work on YouTube. I don't know if they're going to mute me, but... Yeah. Oh, let me turn this microphone so it's just getting me. Alright, so... if you guys don't mind, I'm going to try to make myself tired because I've been sleeping really poorly, so we're going to do some DDR together as a group. Whomever is around, who is patient enough to stick around in my channel, even though it took me over half an hour. Able to do these better. Hey, Stolen Light. Yeah, I made it work. Hopefully it'll be worth it. Poppin' music, isn't that a hands one? For me, the point of doing a rhythm game is the exercise from doing a dance. This. However much this can be considered a dance. Let's see. Let's bump this up for now. All right. There. Much better. Okay. I don't know what sound Voltex is. That seems like maybe a higher level. I don't know, by the way, how the audio balancing is, if you guys can hear me. What is sound Voltex? Is that a mistranslation or Englishization of sound vortex? Hey, Sir Taki! Look, I can actually read. Audio surf? What is that? I don't know rhythm games at all, apparently. I know some of the Bimani ones, besides DDR. Okay, well, in my defense, most of the people I knew who played Bimani games, that was 10 years ago. Is that the rhythm game that, Okay, well, that's kind of cute. Okay, well, that's kind of adorable. Okay, there we go. Now I can see this. Osu. Oh, man. Maybe I'll get a AAA on Kind Lady one of these days. Maybe. I would love to be able to have, like, high quality. Here, let me. I'm going to turn this up and scoot the microphone a bit more this way, if that works. I find a lot of times, like, it feels like the more that games go on, like rhythm games and things like that, the more they expect you to have like a virtuoso level of skill. Like, I can't do 10-footers, but there are people who do 10-footers, and so it's like there's a break. With DDR, and like, who do they target their new designs to? I don't know that rhythm. If I had headphones, maybe I could hear it better. They're somewhere. Well, one thing that makes me sad about the Stepmania / DDR community is that like there's tons and tons of step charts to play, but they're not step charts, they're finger charts. And yeah, I'm like talking about, well, I can't do 10 footers, but I can do a lot of things, and then I'm like kind of botching this one. In my defense, I don't know it super well. But trying to oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I know like a lot of the crazy like finger Stepmania stuff, which I'm like, why? And I understand that it's a thing, but for me, I'm frustrated because I want more of this. But they go 1, 2, 3, 4. These really, really ridiculous levels of difficulty. That's more like it. So unfortunately the Stepmania DDR stuff for Undertale is not designed to be just played like a step map. It's this weird thing that's like a mini game, and I respect that, but it's not what I want out of a DDR thing. I don't want a gimmicky, crazy cool thing. As cool as that is, thank you. What was what? It's a Twin Bee song. So it's a Konami space shooter, which Konami space shooters have fantastic music. So one of the delightful things about Konami making rhythm games is that they get to dig into the catalog of fantastic space shooter music, which makes me remember. Yeah, what mix is it? What mix am I on? Wow. Is it on here? No. No. Oh, the thing at the end? It's not actually hard. It's just you have to know it. Bum ba ba da dum ba dum. And if you know the rhythm, it's not necessarily easy to read, but you kind of have to know it by heart. Here's one that I'm not as good at. But speaking of fantastic Konami space shooters, here is some Gradius music, which I'm like, oh, 8-bit people are like, no, Lauren, this is 16-bit, so. Hi. Sorry, guys. I can't keep up with talking to people when I'm playing a song that's harder. And Burning Heat is definitely in my opinion, the more difficult scale of, like, 9-footers actually cover a pretty significant difficulty level. Burning Heat, in my opinion, is more towards the difficult end of that. Hi, Firefly. Sorry, I don't know if this is a thing that I should be live streaming on YouTube, but once I found that I could live stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, I was like, why not? So, oh man. And so I would love to find step charts for any music from the Mother series would be pretty awesome. I do have some video game tracks here that I downloaded because this is Stepmania on the PC. Partly because it's set manually by whoever made the chart, so there are things where you're like, this is not actually a blah. So especially if you're going between like a newer, none of my DDR mixes are particularly new, but a newer iteration versus an old iteration, the difficulty levels have scaled differently because people have a higher level of skill overall. So, yeah, Burning Heat is hard. And I'm not quite in good enough shape to hit the notes at the speed that they need to be hit. Whereas on the other hand, how many steps is, or how many feet is, what am I looking for? I don't even remember what I'm looking for here. Oh, really? There's an algorithm. Well, maybe there's an algorithm, but I don't think there is. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking for. So this is a 9-footer, too. So what you just witnessed was a 9-footer. This is also a 9-footer. This happens to be my favorite, perhaps, track in the entire history of Dance Dance Revolution. Matsuri Japan is my favorite, so bear in mind this is the same number of feet as the one that you just saw me struggle to get a B on. I think I may have gotten an A on Burning Heat once, maybe, but it's not, I'm not that good at it. Let me have that one. So that one is technically, yes, flawless is like absolute precise, which isn't really a measurement in true DDR, but Stepmania introduced it because I guess the people who are dedicated enough to this to play Stepmania and keep up with Stepmania wanted an additional level of challenge. So that is technically the same difficulty as the one that I just did as far as the number of the ranking. They're both 9-footers. Matsuri Japan is quite a bit older, and so the difficulty scale is such that a 9-footer from back in the day is not as hard as a 9-footer slightly less back in the day. But also Matsuri Japan is one of my favorite ones, as you can probably tell. This is actually, I think, the best I've ever done with it. 27 greats. You know what would be really awesome? If I got a AAA in Matsuri Japan. I don't actually know if it's frame perfect. I just know that flawless is as close as it gets. So you work on your perfect attack sort of thing, which is trying to make sure that everything is a perfect, that greats aren't good enough. So if you see the title for this stream is Quest for AAA, I have gotten a AAA a handful of times, and that is when everything is perfect or flawless. In this case, it can be either of those. But thank you. Yeah, this is one of my ones that I can bust out to show off, but I used to not be able to do a full combo on it. And I actually, they let me, like, something about the way that I stepped, like, managed to slip past it a little bit because I shouldn't have gotten a full combo. I totally lost my place and barely managed to get it in time, but somehow or other the pad registered it, so I guess I shouldn't complain. So I think that this is a Stepmania thing, but you see like the 87.17%. I think that's like the percent of as good as it could possibly get. I'm not 100% sure, but that's pretty good. But yeah, so consider that that's the same difficulty level as Burning Heat, which I just did, and you'll see why things are really iffy. And use your way to do step maps. I have no idea. They probably have some sort of a specific program thingy that you can build things directly with instead of having to go through here, but I don't know what that is. I've never really built step pads or step maps. Let me show you. So some of these are really good and some of these are not good. These are all fan-made. And the quality of fan-made ones is really, really hit or miss. So I downloaded a bunch of video game packs and deleted a bunch of them because they weren't playable. So, but it is really cool that you have this. I would love for somebody to do a step pad for something that my band covered. I thought that would be really awesome. I have played Cocky Lauren. I was like, I can talk. I don't know if those ever made it from an actual official mix or if they're a Stepmania thing. So when you've got people who need to make things harder for themselves, oh man, sorry, I totally did not catch all of what's being said here. Oh man, I say I love the Black Mages, but I'm also in a metal video game cover band, so I obviously have a bias towards metal video game covers. It may very well be that Stepmania has a system, but I'm not part of the Stepmania community. I basically wander over to the Stepmania sites and communities to get more stepped charts. And I was like, well, I've got enough of the DDR mixes to keep me busy for a while. Oh my god, this game is so good. But yeah, some of the BGM ones are not good. Or if you look over here, if you look at the difficulty level here, these ones are not designed to be played with your feet. Unfortunately, because wouldn't that be fantastic? There are some really good jazz bands. Are you familiar with the Super Soul Bros? Actually, this one might. Maybe I'll try this one on the harder difficulty level. Unless. I've talked with the returners about covering this song. Man, this is... See, like... It's not actually hard, but the tempo changes. Like, it's not even hard. Yes, no, the video and audio are out of sync. Something is wrong with the timing on that one. Yes, Super Soul Bros were playing at Camp Fangamer. They also played a bunch of events around California because I think that's where they're based. They're one of my favorite video game cover bands. So the thing, tempo changes are usually like a way to like separate out the people who like know the song from the people who don't know the song. So it's not like the coolest thing to do, I think, but it's kind of fun. Not like that, nobody important, not that I know of. It's like part of the challenge of the game. But that one, I think the timing is probably slightly off because it's kind of amateurly made, unfortunately. It's not a bad step chart at that difficulty level, but I tend to stick to my official mixes because they have much better, more reliable charts. Can you nobody important? Because that would be awesome. Well, no, but Spiky, like, part of it is that they changed the scroll rate. So it's not that there is a tempo change, it's that they changed the... So instead of being eighth notes that would appear on the screen normally, they're quarter notes that move twice as fast. So it's garbage. It's annoying anyway. Oh man. For those of you who like DDR, if there's a song you want to see me do, if it's not like a Max or another 10-footer, feel free to throw out suggestions and requests. I'm happy to do that. I'm going to keep going a little bit longer. I think this is one of the first heavy songs I passed back in the day. That can't be right though, it's 8 feet. That has to be something. This flow that I'm doing right now, if you watch me enough and the songs I gravitate toward, my favorite thing. At one point, they had different categories that like a dance could be really have a lot of a stream, is that's called, or a lot of air if it's jumping a lot. Then there was one called, I can't remember what there was, but there was one that was kind of randomness. I don't remember what it was called. Well, nobody important, that's different. That is spacing out your arrows. That's what I do. Here, let me pick a song that I'm going to do. I'll show you what they're telling you to do, which is different. It doesn't, the problem with things with that, where they change it between cut time and straight time, is that it changes the, no, I don't know about a fixed approach rate. That's the thing, is it changes the approach rate, because it changes like whether it's a 16th note or a quarter note, it's designed to be a different kind of note, which it doesn't have to be. Yes, there's a whole ton of mods, but I didn't think there was one of those. Like, oh my god, I'm pure. I was never crazy enough to get into that, but I had friends who were into that. Like, for those of you who are like, what are they talking about? See how I held that down? Oop, haha. Do you see this speed thing here? So they changed the way the speeds work in this version of Stepmania, so that instead of having like step like 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, whatever, you can actually customize it to the, basically to the 0.25. So I keep mine at 2 times speed, which means the notes approach faster, and so they're more spaced out, so it's easier for me to process. There's a lot of weird stuff you can do. By the way, this is what they're talking about. You'll notice I don't have any of those turned on. Or this, or this. Oh nice, I didn't know you could turn off no hands. Cool, interesting. Oh man, no minds, thanks. Yes, this is one of my favorites, MPO. This is the one that I've gotten a AAA on multiple times. We'll see if I can do it this time. I probably can't, but just in case. I don't know what C mod would be. How did that even happen? I probably would have gotten it because the grate was partly because my groove was off. I don't know where that mist came from. I don't even know what I did wrong. I'm sorry that song hurts your brains, Ritaki, but it's the easiest AAA. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is exciting. So, on the other hand, this one is 6 feet, but this is not the kind of song that I usually play. So let's see how it goes. Look at, I'm glad that I didn't actually melt your brain. Actually, this one is pretty simple. Maybe it's gonna get... here we go. That's the danger of thinking you've got it figured out when you don't. Colors indicate the beats, sort of. So in this case, I don't know how familiar you are with music, but yeah, so it's 4th, 8th, like, is it on the beat, is it a triplet? And if you're not a music person, it's like on the beat, or how it divides up between the beats. Like if it's like evenly between the beats, like bump, 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 bump. That's what I just did. You're from the past and it's getting late. And Pio, good night. Thanks for coming by. So if you watched me play Burning Heat and all the notes were like this like weird sort of shade of green and gray, it's because they weren't like on the beat. They're all like this, you basically have to know the rhythm of the song instead of, with this I can sight read it because it's all mostly on the beat. And then the yellow ones indicate that it's kind of off. So it's like a little bit of a swung note. That's the same singer. It kind of is, but it's a little bit off, Spiky. Oh man, Captain Jack. I'm like, they have no idea what they're singing half the time, I think. So their stuff is really ridiculous. Hi, Lexi! This is radio station. I've started doing my live streams on both YouTube and Twitch, so hopefully people don't mind. I'll probably delete this. I didn't have the speed modifier that I do. This one would actually be very hard to read because the notes would be really close together. And no, actually, so the parts of the yellow beats are actually not with the music. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, which is not how it is in the music. Like in the music, it's bum, 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 ba-da-dum. Like there's a bit of a swing there. Well, Lexi, if you'll see the chat on the screen, I have both of the chat stacks together because Restreamio, whatever, the site that I'm using to do this provides that as an option, which is actually super fantastic because, well, mostly just nobody important. I don't want to clutter up my YouTube videos with things like this that I think are just kind of silly. Well, it's not so much that it would be awkward to play, Spiky, is that would make it more difficult. And this is a 7-footer, so that degree of precision, I think you're less likely to find in a 7-footer. But you'll get that kind of a swung rhythm in other pieces or other songs. So, Well, I finished playing Dark Souls. I can only play so much Dark Souls because I have to exercise before bed, and I have to not be in the scary world of Dark Souls before bed. And I have to go to bed in like half an hour. So I have to finish my exercise and then calm down and get ready for bed. So we'll see how this goes. But I might try my music streams actually, because I know that YouTube has the option to do live streaming with music instead of like live streaming with gaming. So maybe we'll do our not creative sprints. Those I don't think YouTube has any place for. But I might do my concerts on YouTube too. So I'm sorry, Sirtaki. Yeah, no, I just finished it. So it should be archived up on YouTube if you really want to see it. I had a lot of fun figuring out the game world and the game lore and the game stuff. I don't know. I got more comfortable with both the meta knowledge of the game and the experience of playing it. So it was good. So I had fun. Okay. Well, I won't spoil it, but I didn't die a whole lot. Yes, apparently I'm getting a bit better. Alright, let's do this, guys. The point of this is for me to tire myself out. So we're going to do the fast songs because 5th mix is the best mix for a cardio workout. I don't know this one well enough. I should do this one more. Because it has a little bit of the stuff that I'm really bad at. And then it has a good workout. This part. There are plenty of people for whom that would not be the hardest part in this song. As with most games, flawless is the best. It goes flawless, perfect, good, flawless, perfect, great, good, miss, and boo. I think it's miss and boo. It might be boo and miss. So there's different. There used to be like a little chart that would show you how much of each kind of difficulty it had. And like the thing where it's like step jump step, step jump step, step jump step. I can't do those. I'm really bad at them. So this is gonna wear me out. This is good. Ah, don't get cocky. This one is very well named. Speed mix. Yeah, so the hardest thing is the step with the same thing, where you're just like this. If my calf muscles wind up in better shape, I'll have an easier time of it. But yeah, okay. So I think miss is you didn't even try. Boo is you weren't even close. Good is we could tell you were kind of going for it. Great is, okay, you hit the note. Perfect is like you hit the note just right. And flawless is like, you have a problem with perfectionism. Yeah, no, it's a really good pattern. Like, speed mix, Can't Stop Falling in Love speed mix is very good. It is very fun. So the question is, when you do that, would you do it like this? Like, how do you do the repeated things? And I've heard people say either way. I think this is better because I think this requires a less. But the problem is if you just kind of wiggle it like this, you might not get it up enough to re-hit the sensor, which is one of the things that I do wrong. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. But so that, I have to be careful with YouTube and Fifth Mix, because Fifth Mix has some probably copyrighted songs that might get shut down. I don't know. Maybe they excuse things on their game streams. Here's another hard one. And then we'll take a couple to cool down. But yeah, there are some that are just, they fit the song so well that like they're really fun to do. This one is Despera's favorite. She's probably in bed now. You can tell I don't know it because I'm not. I'm like guessing at step patterns. And also I'm tired. So the combination of not knowing what I'm doing and being sloppy. Diane, it's okay. I'm sorry your lurking got exposed. You can go back to lurking. I promise I won't put you on the spot. So the question on this one is, were you even trying, Lauren? The answer is, I don't have it in me to really try tonight. I'm tired and sore, and that one's hard. I don't know if it's as hard as burning heat. What's something we can do to cool down a little bit? Well, thank you for hanging out, and I hope that you enjoy your time even as a lurker. I always kind of feel bad if people get called out, but I'm also like, yay, friends. I don't know popcorn, unfortunately. Where is... I'm looking for... Oh man, I'll do A for you at some point, but I don't have it in me. Is this the original? Yes. Here's a nice classic. It's a good cool down. It has steady notes, so it's not taking it too easy to be a cool down, but it's not hard. It's old enough that like it's an 8-footer by its game standard, but I would not call it an 8-footer these days. Yeah, it's probably a keyboard if it's more than 10. I may be a musician, but my sense of rhythm is not my greatest strength. Like, I have a good general sense of rhythm, but I have a tendency to do to slow down or speed up. Like with my band, it's kind of a liability if I'm the one carrying the tempo for part of a song. What was the 11-footer we spotted? Haha. So this is a keyboard thing. Hey Doc, I'm gonna be shutting down soon, unfortunately, but I'm glad you're home from work. What should I cool down with, guys? A is not. This is one of my favorites, but it's not. It's a show-off song. It's not a very good cool down song. What is a good cool down song? I love Tears, but it is not a cool down song. This song has some of the silliest lyrics ever. We'll cool down with this.
Tell me, do you know about the 7, the 7?
Oh, I believe it, Electrokinetica, but
Do it. Let's do it. Do it. Hey, there is a new dance
by that point,
that you can do it.
I basically consider you
You can learn
extended difficulty instead of like proper DDR. Granted, my understanding of DDR standards is really old. Best line. That's not even misheard lyrics. That's exactly what she says. It's amazing. Oh, that song. Could probably AAA it if I worked at it. Yeah, like, this is not designed for feet. Stan, I wouldn't say that, flute is any harder or easier than any other instrument for not having a musical theory background. I would say that piano is the best thing to start with to learn musical theory because everything is like visually in front of you. Yeah, so talking that actually would be pretty great. But like flute, like any instrument, you're only playing one note at a time, so that makes it a bit easier than things like a keyboard. So if it's something you really want to do, like I'd say go for it, but start with a teacher. Even if you're just like taking lessons for a couple of months, like start with a teacher or you'll wind up developing bad habits that you may spend the rest of your music playing life overcoming. Not that that would have happened to me. My first teacher was not equipped to teach flute, and so I spent a very long time trying to undo some of what I learned from her. So I should probably shut down and get ready for bed and maybe clean my house. Goodness, it's a disaster. And maybe hang out with my cats who are really sad. But I think I will shut down now. We did good. 18 songs. That's not too bad. I think that's all right. Sorry that my stream setup for this one is somewhat subpar. I would love to make it better, and I will do that at some point. It's not an issue of bad muscle memory. It's like literally learning to position your body and breathe and blow and articulate badly. So that's not a music theory thing at all. That's simply when your body is part of the instrument, it is imperative that you learn to use it right. With a piano, like, you can have wrong hand position and it'll make you less effective, but basically you apply pressure to the key and the note comes out. But I think that like with flute, because one of the problems that I had, and sorry everybody else, you have to listen to Lauren talk about flute, but somebody asked and I have big opinions about flute. I have a problem with tension, and part of this is that I'm a very tense person, but because of like the way my flute teacher taught me things that were slightly wrong, my throat starts singing when I'm playing sometimes. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it would be like this little sound that would come out. And it was because my first flute teacher had failed to teach me the right way to hold my posture, and to, like, I would bring my face to the flute instead of the flute to my face and things like that. And so even as I improved and corrected some of the old habits, like, it took me, because like all through high school, and then I quit for 8 years. But then when I joined my first video game cover band, I had those same problems, and it took, because it's been like now 7 years since I rejoined, or since I picked up the flute again. And it's only been in the past like 3 or 4 years that I've overcome that. So there you go. So you don't set yourself up for my my bad habits. Like, avoid those. Have your own good habits. You know, if I were to cover Jethro Tull, and the bands that we've actually talked about covering Jethro Tull, but it would have to be something from Songs from the Wood, because that's the only Jethro Tull album I like. Ian Anderson is amazing, and I love him, and I love his really flippant take on the Bourrée and various other classical pieces that he just does his way because he can. But I don't know. I want to cover more Nightwish personally, but we're going to mostly do video game music. Maybe we'll do some Majora's Mask. Maybe we'll do some Earthbound. We've been getting really fired up about... our keyboardist was really excited listening to Final Fantasy 15, so like, who knows what we're going to play. Maybe we'll finish putting together a medley of Shadow of the Colossus. Songs from the Woods is an amazing album. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. Although my former father-in-law gave it to me, and I haven't listened to it since the breakup, so maybe that'll be hard. I don't know. We'll see. But I like it because it feels like all the stories that I write. With the exception of the cyberpunk novel that I'm working on right now, I usually write magic realism with elemental, like, forest spirits and things like that. So that's right up my alley. I would totally give you a musical high five, Sirtaki. I have an emote for that. Oh, man. I'd like to play Abzu. I just don't have... Isn't that a PS4 game? I don't have... The Wii is the most recent thing that I have, other than my PC. And that's relatively new to me, so... All right, folks. I need to shut down, or I'm not going to. I'm just going to stay here and talk to you about video games and music, which are, as you could probably imagine, some of my favorite things. Oh, is it on Steam too that I play? Yes, Oh, that's the thing. We were actually talking about covering the song from Journey, because I think I could totally sing that. And I was like, well, I don't want to make the band cover all of these things that I sing because I don't want to be a prima donna. And they were like, no, Lauren, actually people respond really well to vocal tracks. So we will probably do the ending theme, the I Was Born for This, at some point in time. So if you follow the Returners, look forward to that. Because we just added You Were There from Aiko. But apparently we're going to do more vocals because people like it. So yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, Stay, and that's what I was talking about. It's a good song. And I think that I could... We'd actually have to take it up a little bit, possibly, because it goes a little bit deep. But I don't know. We'll see. That's funny. Yeah, no, the delay is kind of funny that way. But... Yes, see, Doc hangs out in my Discord, and he knows that I haven't been sleeping well enough, so he's gently trying to remind me to take care of myself. Thank you, Doc. I appreciate it. All right, so let me go ahead and fire up those. Oh my God, yes. No, Journey was an extraordinarily emotional experience. I was really lucky. The people, some of my friends were like, you have to play this, and they sat me down and made me play it, and they didn't tell me what was going on, and it was just so good. So good. So thank you, Firefly Garden, and thank you for joining us. If you want to hang out with us, oh man, Sotaki, that is a good time. There's my Discord and social. You're more than welcome to join us at any point, any of you guys. We're friendly. Please follow the rules and be nice, but you've all been very nice, so I think we'll be good. Yes, okay, so for now, for real, I'm going to do my music stream on Saturday afternoon, so if you want to hear my live concert thing, I'll do that. Oh man, Sotaki, that's awesome. But I'll be doing that. Maybe I'll see if I can find a backing track and try the ending theme from Journey. I'll see how it goes. But okay. Night, guys. Thank you.